Hi everyone. Okay, so my parents are out, and my mom has an awful habit of sneaking off into the basement and then hearing me talk and go, Lorette, who are you talking to? So while they're out, I figured I was going to do something a little different. Um, since today, it was somebody who came into the shop today who actually um, kind of put a bug in my ear, I guess. Um, I I have dogs. I have lots of dogs. I have two. My sister has one. My mom has one. My brother has one. I fostered countless. I raised puppies. I used to go to a college where we had anywhere between 10 and 20 dogs at any given time. So I've been around the block as far as dog toys and dog products go. So I figured today I was going to do, or I'm going to start, uh, Vinny, it's Bella's dish. Seriously? Everyone's eating. And Bella's dish, I don't know if you can see her over there. She's up on the deacon's bench and hit the back, and the alarm, there goes the alarm. Who needs the doorbell? So today I'm going to do kind of like a product review. I'm going to try to stick things together that kind of go together. So today, or at least right now, I'm going to do food toys. Growing up, we had a retriever lab, and all she ever played with were tennis balls. She loved tennis balls. And when we lost Casey at the ripe old age of 15, I was completely heartbroken. I didn't sleep for a week. I couldn't go to school. I was just an absolute mess. Vinny, leave Bella alone. So when we got Daisy, I was so excited, but I was so used to having a dog who we could get to play with, and she didn't like to play with anything. And when we first got Daisy, she was skin and bones. It was absolutely horrible. And after we got her into a fairly good eating routine, we found that she would get really bored. She'd eat her breakfast, and then she'd come and find us and look at us like, okay, I'm done, give me something to do. So, brings me to my first thing I'm going to go over. We bought Daisy one of these. As you can see, it's pretty dirty. It's not very fun to clean, but I'll get to that in a second. We bought Daisy one of these just to kind of give her something to do, so it wasn't just we plopped the bowl down and she snarfed it and walked away. So what we started doing was we started putting her food in here. So I'm not even sure what company makes this. I didn't even buy this one. It was given to me by a friend. They are often advertised as treat balls. So the idea is you put the treat in the hole. I don't know if you can see the bottom where all the kibble gunk is kind of built up. But there's like a wall. So it's not just a hole in the bottom. There's actually like a wall. It's kind of hard to see, but there is a wall. It goes about 3/4 of the way down the ball, so things don't just fall out. So what we started doing was we put about half of her meal to start in here until she learned how to do it, and now she's a pro. She doesn't take it very long at all. I love this. It's not very good for dogs who are rippers. I've known a couple dogs to rip it apart instead of just rolling it around to get the kibble out. Some dogs are absolutely amazing with it. My Basset Hound got it in about 5 days. She had it down pat. We went from putting half of her meal in it to all of her meals. She just loves this thing. We call it the ball. She knows which one we're talking about. She will go and find it and carry it over. A dog who normally would not do wouldn't play with anything, and she goes nutty for this thing. Actually, the friend that gave it to me, they have a Doberman, and she loves Cheerios. They put Cheerios in hers, and she is a pro. You can get them in smaller sizes, better for smaller dogs. I would really, though, kind of gauge your dog before you buy one of these. My mom's little Bichon is an idiot as far as this goes. He does not understand at all how this works. But if you have a very food-motivated dog who doesn't mind the tougher things, this would be a good one. It is squishy, so like I said, don't give it to a ripper because it probably is not going to last very long. So the next toy most dog people have seen before, this is called a Kong. Now, this is Bella's Kong, which is why it's huge. This one's Vinny's. So, quite the difference. There are also, this is the medium-sized one, and if you see black marks on them, I name all of mine. Just because when we have people who come over during the day, if I'm going to be gone for most of the day, they're labeled so people can pick one if they're taking a particular dog out. This one doesn't have a name on it because the small one is Vinny's. And since coming back home, actually, I'm not really gone for that long, and my mom's here and she knows which one belongs to who. You can also get different colors. Now, these colors actually correspond to different things. The blue ones are actually, they show up on an x-ray. So if you have a chewer and you're not really sure how they're going to do with one of these, I suggest starting with a blue one, because if your dog does happen to rip a chunk off of it and you notice, oh goodness, he hasn't gone to the bathroom, he's not eating, you bring them in for an x-ray, this will actually show up. I got this at the vet clinic shortly after I got Daisy to relieve some of that boredom. They're pretty squishy. There's also a black one. The black one is actually very, very tough. Great for dogs who are, you know, the rippers of all rippers. As far as buying these toys, I always suggest to people to kind of go by how big your dog's snout is. If you've got a very aggressive chewer, always go a size bigger. So let's say if you have a German Shepherd, German Shepherd would probably be okay with one this size, although going by the nose length, it might be a little small. If your German Shepherd is a ripper, definitely get a bigger one. Now, there is a size between these, so this is an extra large, this is a 2XL, and this one's a large. So there is an extra large between these two. So when in doubt, always go bigger, not smaller, because it's harder for your dog to get his mouth around one of these. Also note the size of the hole. If your dog is really, really good at these, buying one of these for your narrow-tongued German Shepherd is really not going to do very much, because this is going to be way too easy. That's when something this size would be more practical, because they can't get their tongue into it. Now, again, if your dog is a ripper, definitely go for the bigger one. Just for safety reasons. They're great to clean. I've thrown them in the dishwasher. This buddy, not so cool to clean, because he's really hard to empty. So usually what we do is we wait for Daisy to empty it, and then we throw it in the sink. I also find it hard to dry because of that lip on it, so we usually end up taking it away for a couple days and making sure it's really, really dry, so stuff like that doesn't happen. You can kind of see in the middle. Also, this black ring, the new ones have like a label around it, so it's a little easier to find, but I got tired of flipping the ball over looking for the hole. So, these guys, really good to clean. You can stuff these things with so many different things. The possibilities are pretty much endless. I've done baby carrots in the bottom. I've done kibble with peanut butter, cheese whiz, honey. I've microwaved them. I usually freeze mine, actually. These are more for me like a summer treat. So I throw them in the freezer with a little bit of water and kibble. If you stick them in a cup like this, yes, that does say everything tastes better with dog hair in it. If you stick it in a cup, it's a little easier to stuff. When starting out, make sure that you do it a little easier, just so your dog doesn't get discouraged. And then kind of gauge your dog. I babysat an epileptic dog who had some separation issues. That's why there's a huge hole in this one. Gunther got to it. Gunther was awesome at this. He would not even just throw it around, he would actually crush it with his jaw and break the cookies inside. So his Kongs, I made them as hard as possible, because once he started, man, there was nothing going to stop him from getting that out. So after we got those ones, I actually found these at a store. They were on clearance. Ooh, don't fall. Got a whole pile of them. They were on clearance. This is called an Everlasting Treat Ball. Now, I don't have the treat that goes into it. This is the original ball. So the idea is you put It's like a circular, obviously it's a circle, it's like a disc that you put in, and the idea is that your dog has to kind of chew on it and lick it and whatever, and it will slowly dissolve. Basset Hound absolutely loves it. I actually ended up going back and buying another one. This one's a bit bigger, and it's got little nubbin kind of deals going on the back. The idea is it kind of helps clean your dog's teeth. Vinny, that's not your thing. Bella got good stuff, and hers is better. Now, again, my Basset Hound loves this. It took us a while to find flavors she really enjoyed, but after that, freaking loved it. You can actually get them now with, like, screws, and they've gone really high-tech. Gunther, on the other hand, grabbed it and went, and out it popped. So, again, if you have a chewer, if you have a very aggressive dog, this might not be the best idea, because all they have to do really is squish it, and that disc will pop out. So what I ended up doing was just putting regular cookies in through here, and he would actually have to squish the ball to break them before they would fall out. The same thing with this guy. I've also frozen these. These guys have been through a lot of dogs, and they're actually pretty tough. Gunther had this in his kennel just about every day, between the Kong and this one, and he got a good chunk off of it, but it's surprisingly held up well, much better than I expected. So these guys are good. Like I said, not great for the aggressive chewers. These guys, I've got two of them. They go together. These are called Linkables. I got these for Daisy, and Gunther got a hold of this one. And the idea, same idea as the other treat. You know, you stick stuff in it, and your dog has to try to get it out. I ended up buying this one for Daisy first because it rolls, right? So it's kind of like her ball. It kind of eased her into it. And you can also stick them together. This set her for a loop because she could no longer roll it around the floor. These are great for dogs who, they're a little bit more stiff, they're a little firmer, they're more like the Kong material, so they're harder to kind of crush, I guess, would be the best way to put it. They're also, they're great because you can kind of mix it up. You can put treats just in this junction, so your dog has to get it apart before you can get the treats on the inside. So this one I find adds a little bit more variety. You can also get, there's another piece that's green, it's kind of swirly, almost. It's like a straight pole. They all interchange, they all fit together, so it can go this way or it can go this way. The pieces all fit together one way or another. They're all built with the same kind of deal, and there's almost like two levels to it. I don't know if you can see, there's two ridges, so you can put it in to the first ridge where it's, you know, it's in there, but it's not, there we go, it's not, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a bit of a wiggle to it, or you can stick it all the way in there. Not that I can. There we go. And it's not going anywhere, unless your dog actually rips it apart. So I like these. I don't know if you can see all the teeth marks on it. Gunther really liked this one, hence the hole in it. Again, great for dogs who are a little bit more advanced. I wouldn't give this to a beginner. Maybe the straight one or this one here, the round one. I don't remember what these are called. The orb and the elbow, I think. I could be wrong. It's been a while. So my second last one, I've got two more. This one actually is by Kong. This is their Genius line. There's two different shapes to these. There's this one, and there's one that's kind of shaped like a potion bottle almost. Same idea. You can stick them together. Not so much this one into the other one, but the other one into this one. You'd have to, I don't have the other piece, obviously, so I can't really show you. This one is much softer than I kind of anticipated it to be. Like, even the red Kong is stiffer than this is. And this one's just a little one. So, Daisy didn't mind this one, actually. I found it was a little too easy just because of the way that the hole is shaped. Usually what I do is I put like cheese nip cookies, they're like little square cookies, in there, so they have to come out at the right angle before they'll actually fall out. very much like the Linkables, you know, a little bit more advanced, like an intermediate toy, but, you know, not too tough. Can get tougher, but it doesn't, you know, if your dog's new, rolling this around sideways this way on the floor isn't really going to get anything out of it. And because of the shape, like, it's not like a Kong where, you know, it'll bounce around. Like, this just sits flat like this on the floor. So, kind of go with your dog. This one wouldn't be the first one I would try with a new dog, but it's an option, and they are out there, and they do have pieces that go together. This is the last one I have. This is by JW. This one, I don't remember what it's called. They've got two. I don't think it's the Rock and Roller, but there's actually two pieces to this. This inside piece, I don't know if you can see that, it spins, and it also moves up and down. We got this for Daisy's birthday. I love this one for this right here. I know with the orange ball, it's not fun to fill. This guy's got a nice big opening. You just pour it in and put the lid on. The only complaint I have is that for her kibble, it's a little too easy. I don't tend to put her kibble in here because even though it's double chambered, it has to go through the first inner chamber and then into the ball, and then because the ball rolls, it has to be sitting the right way on the ground before it'll actually fall out. I find that the hole is a little too big. I don't know if I'm going to be able to... Oh, almost. See, the hole is quite big. So not good for kibble. It's better for treats. Usually what I do is I take little bones and I kind of break them in half, and it's a little harder for her to get these out. She loves this toy. She's actually staring at me because I've got it. Not something that's very hard. I actually find this one easier than the orange ball. So if your dog is new to that kind of thing, to this kind of thing, I would suggest starting here with the JW one. The only thing I would be worried about is that it does make quite a bit of noise. So if your dog is a little bit more skittish, maybe start with the orange one. Just because if they throw it around or if it moves, they might get spooked and take off. Depends on the dog. My mom's little guy doesn't like the sound this one makes, so he's currently hiding. I actually don't even know where Snake is. Oh, he's hiding under my chair because he sees the ball. Oh no. So those are Daisy's treat balls. I'm going to probably in the next 5 minutes or so collect some other things, just because I think people have a lot of questions about this kind of stuff, and from dog owner to dog owner, it's nice to know what you think about certain things. So I'm going to try to link everything in this video in the description so that you can find exactly what it is, and you can hunt them down if you're interested in buying any of them. If you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you decide to check these out. These are great for dogs who are food motivated, maybe dogs who are left alone during the day, and heck, who doesn't like playing with toys, right? So, hope you learned something.